Hello, friends, and welcome to another video. Today, I'm gonna be shopping for my wedding dress. No, this one isn't from Wish, surprisingly. So as some of you guys might already know, Tyler and I are engaged, betrothed, affianced, and since January, we have been planning our wedding, which has been going pretty well overall. We have a great wedding planner who sends me emails probably like once an hour. We have our date and our venue and our photo booth. It seems like a low priority thing to have booked so early, but I booked it. And I'm jazzed. Now, one of the things you have to think about when you're planning a wedding is what the heck you're gonna wear. It's definitely an early foot that needs to drop, partially because with a lot of wedding dresses, you're supposed to order them like 4 to 6 months in advance, and also because the dress choice can influence the decor, what other people are gonna wear, like how you're gonna do your hair, your shoes, everything. So even though our wedding is later this year, we're buying the dress now. And since I've been an avid watcher of Say Yes to the Dress since its inception in 2007, I thought it would be fun to film the dress selection process and produce our own episode of, well, not Say Yes to the Dress because I don't think we can legally call it that, but you know, choosing my wedding dress. TM. We haven't actually trademarked that, but let's do this anyway. So as for exactly what I'm looking for, I have a few thoughts. Like many people, I hope, I have been pinning wedding dresses that I thought were cool to a private Pinterest board for years, like since way before I even met Tyler. So between that and a steady consumption of wedding content over the years, I feel like I've seen a fair amount of wedding dresses in my time. And based on all of that, I kind of know what styles I'm interested in. In terms of skirts, I don't think I want a super poofy ball gown, but I also don't think I want something super tight just because I want to be able to move and groove and also eat. So something kind of loose or A-line would be ideal. In terms of tops, I'm more open to different things. I'm definitely partial to long sleeves, but I don't want to be too close-minded to other kinds of sleeves outright. For additional context, the like 10,000 foot description of our wedding is like a blend of whimsical and exposed brick, so we'll definitely be keeping that in mind while shopping. Now in terms of color, I know there has been some demand for me to wear a black wedding dress because of my generally dark wardrobe, but I'm not sure I want a black dress. I don't need to wear like pure white, like I'm open to a beige or perhaps a light gray or something, but based on what I've seen, there are just more options for wedding dresses that I like in lighter colors. And aside from that, I feel like my wedding is the only time I would really ever wear a white dress, so I kind of want to go for it. I am interested in what I've been calling a black swan moment, where I change into a black reception dress, but that's not what we're going to be shopping for this time around. So with all of that in mind, my next step was to find a place that sells dresses for me to try on. Now after getting engaged, I pretty much immediately started looking for wedding venues and wedding dress boutiques in the LA area. And one store that immediately caught my eye was Loho Bride, short for League of Her Own, which is a relatively new boutique that stocks dresses from a lot of unique designers. I'm not sure they would say this, but I find a lot of their dresses to be kind of alternative and definitely up my alley. And after stalking their Instagram and the Instagrams of a few of their featured designers, I knew that I really wanted to go in and try on some of their dresses. And thankfully, after reaching out, Christy Baird, the owner, said that we could come into their LA store, check out what they've got, and film our selection process there.
Hi, I'm Christy. I'm the owner of Loho Bride. We're a store that specializes in hard-to-find designers that aren't overly saturated, and we're excited to have you in today.
Now, for our visit to Loho, I wanted to bring an entourage to give me some additional perspectives and opinions, and also because I think that's just part of what you do with weddings. Like bring people to look at you.
Yeah.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming, guys. So I was able to round up 3 of my 5 bridesmaids to attend our dress trying on session, all of whom are my close friends from college.
Hi, I'm Zippy.
I'm Sophie. Hi, I'm Caitlin.
And we are the 3 out of 5 bridesmaids.
I feel like if there are 3 people in the world who have blackmail material on me, it's probably them. But it's fine, it's fine. Just pump them full of champagne, it's fine. I'm just kidding. So hopefully, in addition to exposing me, they can also help me figure out what I should be wearing on the big day.
I think like Birkenstocks for sure.
Oh, Birkenstocks,
Are a
yeah.
must.
So that's an old habit, right?
We should find like bridal Birkenstocks.
They
Like
make
maybe
those.
like a little veil over the ankle.
Also, an additional side note, as a fourth member of the entourage, Tyler will also be in attendance for my wedding dress shopping. I know that's not a very traditional choice, but I really wanted him to be there, not because I felt like I needed his approval on the dress that I chose, but more because it's kind of difficult to both film a video and also actually shop for your dress at the same time, so it would make the experience a lot less hectic if Tyler was there to help film on set. We're also editing this video together, so there's really no way around it. I'm not really superstitious, though I am a little stitious, especially about ghosts, but I'm okay with this one. So with Tyler's presence acknowledged, it was time to pick out some dresses to try on. Now at the boutique, they have like one room that's teeming. Yes, teeming seems like the right word. Teeming with dresses.
We like for our brides to do a first pass through, hand me what you're instantly excited about, and then we'll throw in some wild cards. So go ahead and start cruising the gallery and we'll go from there.
And even though I had done more than my fair share of Insta stalking, I was a little overwhelmed by seeing all of the dresses in person. What do I do? I'm like, there's a lot of dresses here.
You're asking me? I'm not really sure.
Now, one thing that was important to me was to try on a full range of different styles, just because I wanted to make sure that I was making as informed of a decision as possible. This one's kind of cool. Look at that. It's quite floral, which is not usually my vibe,
Yeah.
but I do like it when like the sort of design kind of like flows to like beyond the bodice. Oh my God, look at this train.
There's a train. There's a big train.
Okay, I said it wasn't my style, but then it had a giant train,
Yeah.
which is basically a cape, but for your butt. I definitely wanted to make sure that I didn't try on too many dresses because people tend to advise against that, but I did choose out a few dresses that caught my eye that weren't exactly what I expected myself to pick. Oh, this one's kind of cool. Look at this tie. Oh, it's kind of a little floofy at the bottom. The thing is like, I'm not like married to the idea, married to the idea of having a like super white wedding dress. So this nude is kind of cool. I kind of like the nude and like the
Jackson Pollock vibe.
Okay, let's throw that in.
I did find some of the unique looking dresses I had seen online though. Oh my God, you guys.
Is that a cape?
It's like Slender Man, but a bridal dress.
Interesting.
Yes. This is kind of like our Y Project, like 4-foot long sleeve denim jacket, but a dress.
Is there like an opening in it? Like where does it open?
It's like a cape for your arms.
Caitlin's confused.
Like how do you dance or how do you like hold?
You don't. In addition to our Squidwardian dress, I also found a shorter but still long-sleeved option I wanted to try. This looks like the dress I'm wearing right now, but just white. It's a little simple, but at the same time, like it looks like me, kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Besides that, the bridesmaids also picked out a dress for me to try. I like this one.
I think it's definitely worth a try.
It is quite heavy, my arm is getting tired, but I would like to try it on. Once again, it's kind of like that nude color, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Send nudes, but it's just me. They made me try on like a Wonder Woman head circlet thing too.
Wait, Zippy, was that the one we were picking?
What's happening? But that didn't make it into the dressing room. Christy also pulled a dress for me to try on.
So this is a little different from what we've been trying, but I thought it could be interesting.
Oh.
It has
That's
all the
cool.
pearls on there, and it can be off the shoulder or it can be a spaghetti strap. It could be a fun little wild card for you.
Yeah, no, let's try it.
Let's throw it in the mix.
I'm open. And so with that, we had 6 options to start with.
Ty, are you gonna pick out a dress?
Me? Oh, I think that's too many rules broken.
Now I will say that when I was first scouting dresses on Loho's Instagram, I did find a couple that I really loved. In fact, in our Wish wedding dress video, I referenced them when I was talking about like dresses that I was interested in, but unfortunately they didn't seem to have them in store when we went in to do our try on, but they were still kind of in the back of my mind, particularly this one. But I really liked all of the 6 dresses we had picked out, and I feel like they had some of the elements of the dresses that I had stalked online, so I was very excited to try them on. Okay, I'm gonna get dressed now, okay?
Yeah. Oh, hurry up, yeah.
All right, let's do dress number 1.
Ooh.
It's a train.
Oh my gosh.
Girl has a train.
There's a lot of skirt
There's a lot of train.
So our first dress was this floral strapless A-line dress from Dana Harrell.
I love that.
And by request of the friends, we're gonna test a veil.
Oh, a veil already. It's already.
We're already
Yeah.
there. So this is just a clean veil. The dress has a lot going on, so I would probably go more clean on the veil.
Wow. Now this was actually the first wedding dress I've ever tried on besides my Wish wedding dresses, and it was definitely the first veil, so I was a little like discombobulated.
How do you feel? Do you feel like a bride?
I feel like a bride,
Yeah.
for sure. Like I definitely feel like a bride. I don't know that I feel like me as a bride, but
Yeah.
I definitely like this dress a lot. I'm very impressed by the cape.
Yeah. No,
Butt
it's
cape,
very
the butt
long.
cape came through.
Also, as a side note, if my dialogue sounds weird here, it was very difficult to get a microphone inside of the wedding dresses, so we actually mic'd the cactus in the corner, so please forgive the audio. Oh, and also the veil fell off a bunch of times because my hair is too straight. Besides those things, in regards to the dress itself, I feel like this is like very something I'm interested in, like a lot of drama, but I'm not sure I'm like a floral-y gal. You know what I mean? Like when I see flowers on me, I'm not sure I'm like a flower.
I always say there's dresses that you appreciate, but they're not yours.
I
so I
appreciate
feel like
this
you
dress.
appreciate this, but it's not the one.
Yeah.
So let's deflower you.
That's a champagne zinger for sure.
Sophie had a glass and she's here to film. So with that, we moved on to dress number 2, which was a nude, paint splattery A-line dress by Christos Kostarelos. Hello.
It has like an ombre blush tone.
We tried another veil to match this dress. I'm trying like really hard to tilt my head so the veil doesn't fall off, so I feel like I'm like, hello. But it also ended up slowly falling off of my head. It's a slow descent. Something about my hair is just weird. We're gonna have to work on that. But anyway, I had wanted to try on this dress because I liked the 3D elements, the nude color, and I also liked the idea of trying on a dress that had some of the volume of a ball gown without the like roundness or like the poof from the waist. I think that like having the crinoline underneath is definitely fun, but once it was on, it didn't really feel like my dress. I'm not sure I like the tank top. It's both too thick and yet not thick enough, I feel like, for my shoulders. I feel like if we're gonna go with a tank style, I'd want it to be like even thicker just to avoid any kind of like chicken wing situation.
What do you guys think of it?
I feel like my eyes go directly to your boobs. I don't know, but like just the floral, it's just like, whoa.
Yeah, no, there definitely are sort of like floral arrangements like right at the nip.
Yeah.
It's like sprouting forth almost. It's very metaphorical. I'm like Mother Nature. Not that my boobs being the center of attention is necessarily a bad thing. We can do that. That could be what the day's about. But I do kind of feel like most signs were pointing towards this not being my dress. So we moved on to dress number 3. Which was our Slender Man sheath dress by Sophie et Voila.
So not to say that this is the belt, but I do think something at the waist just kind of highlights it right there.
Oh my god, yes.
I love the belt.
I liked a lot of things about this dress. The sleeves are really, really, really impressive.
You look like a condor.
And I really liked the sleek, sort of broad-shouldered silhouette.
We're kind of
Really
like
works.
like a female Oscar. Or, oh my god, those fairy things from the 90s that like whirled around off into the sky because they had really
Sky
long-
dancers.
Yes.
Absolutely.
What are you talking about?
I particularly liked that comparison because I actually wasn't allowed to have those as a kid. My mom said they would take someone's eye out, which is actually also probably a valid critique of this dress.
I think they're a hazard to the rest of the wedding.
Yeah, no, I could slap someone.
Don't slap it.
But imagine, just imagine the slap.
I don't need to imagine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think for most wedding dresses, you have to bustle up the skirt to kind of like walk around and dance after the ceremony. And in this case, you can bustle up the sleeves by like pinning them in the back.
I love that.
So then she has her arms, she can hug people,
Yeah.
you can dance.
That looks so good.
It's cool.
And the jumper cables are like edgy.
I actually really liked the sleeves pinned up this way as well. It was less slap happy and more of like a roosting bird,
You almost look like an owl.
but there was still some wing flapping potential.
How does this one compare to the other two for you?
This one is definitely the best so far, I think. I really, really, really like it, but I'm not sure then it's the one. I felt kind of badass and severe, sort of like Daenerys from Game of Thrones, but my main concerns were that the sleeves could be like a tripping hazard for myself while walking down the aisle, and also that the dress was just generally kind of tight, which opens up the opportunity for lumps and bumps, maybe after dinner, or if a pair of Spanx becomes dislodged.
It is kind of also like award show-y. Like, it's definitely beautiful, and I think you should wear this at some point in your life. But if you're not sold on it for your wedding, wear it another time.
So with that, we moved on to our fourth dress, which was actually the bridesmaid's choice. There's a lot of glitter. Now this dress is like a high-low wrap dress from the Australian brand Chosen by One Day. I actually had my eye on a few of their dresses beforehand, so it was kind of a happy coincidence that Caitlin picked this one out. I feel like a pan of highlighter. Like I just feel like glitter.
How heavy is it?
It's actually not as heavy on as I thought it would be, to be honest. Like I don't feel the weight.
Yeah, it's surprisingly light.
But you know, it's here. Now, what I like about this dress is that it's hard to miss, and it definitely brings the party vibes with it. I feel the impulse.
Yeah.
I feel the party calling me. Like I could see myself breaking it down on a dance floor somewhere, maybe literally suspended above it, reflecting light.
You are the ball.
I'm the ball.
You
in the
are
middle.
the ball. We're
a
just gonna
slow
dance
turn.
around you.
Is that you literally being a disco ball?
Yes.
Oh, the slow rotation. Got it.
Slowly rotating, please. But even though I feel like we all had a big positive initial reaction to the sparkle, once I stopped moving and kind of took a good look at the silhouette of the dress, it just didn't feel like the design was quite right for me. And despite it being their choice, I don't think that it was the bridesmaid's favorite either. What do you guys think?
I like the last one better.
What do you think of like the darker undertone as opposed to like a white?
I like the color. I'm not sure it's the color that's making me not feel like it's a wedding dress. Specifically, I think it was the high-low skirt that made the dress feel a little less like a full-on gown to me. And I can kind of see like the short dress underneath.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the short dress.
Cool, all right, so that's a resounding no. So after the disco gown, we were on to our second to last option, which was actually Christie's wild card choice.
All right, this is the pearl, I don't know, goddess gown. I just made that up.
Oh, this is fun.
This one is a pearl-encrusted, off-the-shoulder A-line dress made by Dana Harrell, who was also the designer of the first gown we tried on. I like this one a lot. I definitely do kind of feel like goddessy vibes. In particular, I liked the structured bodice, the shoulder straps that strategically covered the chicken wing, the loose skirt, and also the asymmetric placement of the pearls. Also, I like that it makes sounds.
Oh, there it is. And you have your dance move.
I do love that noise.
Hoping that my boobs won't fall out. It kind of felt like a modern Disney princess gown, or maybe like Belle's underwear with, you know, like the corset and the petticoat. But that's all to say that I thought it was really pretty.
I think that from what you've been liking, this feels a little girly.
A little like froofy. I think Christy was right that it just wasn't quite my style. I think that out of all of the ones that we've tried, this is probably my favorite without sleeves.
Yeah.
But I think I just prefer sleeves, whether they're on the ground or just to the wrist. I would like some sleeves, I think.
And that's why it's good to try on this type of range, because it's like you're killing the curiosity of what other stuff looks like.
So our final dress brought back the sleeve in a big way. It's cool, right?
That was a lot of good sleep.
A lot of sleeve.
Yeah.
Well, not quite as much sleeve as the Slender Man dress, but they're definitely there. Now this dress is like a flowy A-line dress by Dan Jones that has a deep V and not quite bell sleeves. More like entire flaps of sleeves.
You look like a goddess fairy.
You do.
And it like fits you perfectly.
Yeah, the waistline is super, super flattering.
For my part, I really liked this dress. I like the sleeve, I like the neckline, I like the waist, I like that it like goes out, I like the flowiness. I do feel comfortable, but not in a bad way. I sort of feel like Elizabeth Taylor in like a giant caftan.
Yeah.
It's like,
that doesn't bode well for our wedding, right? She had like 7 marriages.
I guess Tyler's right. but the point still stands. The dress itself was also very lightweight, so it was easy to spin and breeze around.
That was a good controlled spin.
I hit someone or something. I think it was Zippy.
Maybe Zippy's leg.
It also had some of the elements of that medieval silhouette that I like.
You could get married at the Excalibur in Las Vegas.
I could. You have to also. We are not getting married at the Excalibur. Jury's still out on the bachelorette party though. But even though this dress did check off a lot of boxes for me, I still wasn't 100% sure. It's a little more 1970s than like 1370s, but I do like it a lot. After a little research, I think I actually meant 1170s, but you get the idea. I think one of the biggest things though that was making me hesitate about this dress is that it reminded me a lot of the dress I had really wanted to try on in the first place, but it's not quite the same. So I feel like because I'm having such good feelings about this dress, it makes me like know that I want like this kind of style, but it also makes me like even more curious about that other dress. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even though I really liked this dress and also some of the other dresses, I wasn't quite ready to commit to anything we had tried on. So we wrapped up our session at Loho empty-handed. For now. Now, when we all had like a post-mortem after the store, I think everyone agreed that the 1970s big sleeve dress was the crowd favorite.
The one I keep coming back to is the like V-neck one with the sleeves, but not like the crazy sleeves.
Yeah, that one like really just stood out when you like came out of the dressing room. It just looks so you.
But I still really felt like that final dress was close, but no cigar. The only like con I felt about that dress was that it was like a little nightgowny.
Yeah.
Just a little. It really does seem like it would be comfortable enough to wear to bed. And although I want comfort, I think it might be a little too comfortable for the wedding.
I feel like I would borrow it from you just to like sleep in it. It was like a big robe.
You would buy it?
Yeah, it was very
I
comfortable.
want to see that.
Next time we come to visit guys wearing the wedding dress around them.
So I really wanted to show them the other dress I was thinking about, which was still flowy, but a little more structured. So this is the dress that is from a different designer
so
that
you.
I really like. Now this dress is called the Juliet dress, made by the brand Odeline the Ceremony.
It reminds me of that black dress that you had in college that was, I think, black lace,
Yeah.
bell-bottom sleeves, and like flare, but it was obviously wasn't long.
Unfortunately, it was recently discontinued because they started having trouble sourcing the fabric, which is why it wasn't there when we went in.
I love it.
It looks really romantic.
So that's why I can't commit. However, when I asked Christy about it, she mentioned that she actually knows the designer who runs Odeline, Stephanie White, and there was a chance that she could make a dress for me using the Juliet pattern, but just with a different fabric, which it seems like she's also done for a few other brides. That said, because it's not really in production anymore, there isn't a sample of it to try on, so Christy proposed that Stephanie make a mock-up version of the dress, also known as a muslin, and then we could use that to make our decision.
So we're gonna do this whole thing again.
Unfortunately, because making the muslin was gonna take a few weeks, we weren't gonna be able to have my bridesmaids come with us to Loho again, but I was very grateful for their help in my quest to say yes to a dress.
Don't say yes to the dresses. I don't think we have the trademark for that.
Yeah, TLC is gonna come after us.
Yeah, they're copyright strike.
Sure to the
Frock.
Yeah, so I was thinking, what rhymes with frock? What rhymes with frock?
Say.
frock, yeah.
So fast forward a few weeks and we were ready to return to Loho's boutique. All right, so we are here back at Loho Bride once again with Stephanie, who is the designer from Odeline the Ceremony, and she has the muslin of that Juliet dress that I really want to try on. I'm very excited.
Me too.
I'm a little sweaty. I guess it's a good thing it's a muslin and not the actual dress. So without further ado, Stephanie brought in the mock-up.
Ooh. Look at that sleeve tie. This looks awesome.
Now, once again, this isn't the actual dress, like it's not the final fabric, and there isn't any beading or finishings on it, it's just the silhouette. So please ignore any pins if you see them. Ty, you're standing right in the mirror.
Sorry, I'm moving. Okay.
But regardless, it immediately felt pretty right.
I love it.
I really love it. I really, really, really like it. I knew I was gonna love the sleeves, but I was surprised by how much I liked the other details like the neckline. I don't mind the deep V. I'll just get my chest waxed. And I feel like I pretty quickly realized that this was the dress I was looking for. I don't know if we're gonna find a better dress. I think this is what was in my head. You know what I mean?
This was in my head.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, no, this is what I was
That's great.
imagining. Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, this is perfect.
If this had been more traditional and I like just saw you for the first time on our wedding day, I think I'd be a little mushy. Is that the way to put it?
Are you not now? You're fired. So it was time for us to say sure to the frock. I really love it.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah. No, I really, really love it. What do we do now? Do I just run away with it? So Stephanie jumped in to do some additional pinning and measuring to use when making the next iteration. Stephanie's finding all of the things that like need to be fixed, and I'm just like, the sleeves! The sleeves! Now finishing off the dress is still gonna take a few months. We still have to choose the fabric we're gonna use, and we might also have to do another round or two of alterations with the muslin.
But we'll get there. The next time you see it, it's gonna look even better.
I'm excited. I think it looks great now. So this is my wedding dress, mostly. I'm very pleased with pretty much everything about this dress, and I'm really thankful that Christy and Stephanie are gonna be able to make this dress happen for me.
Is that how you're gonna walk down the aisle?
You best believe it.
You're gonna do the Carlton down the aisle?
I guess I kind of was going into that realm. I think it'll go really well with our venue and general wedding style, which I'm calling minimalistic set design of an indoor midsummer night's dream in autumn. That is actually exactly what I said to our wedding planner. She may think I'm crazy.
Do you feel like prepared to do like a Shakespeare speech in this stuff?
Don't get me started. Do you want to have said that?
Absolutely not.
Because even if no one really wants to hear me soliloquy, I think that this dress does kind of have a poetic and romantic vibe to it. Another thing I really love about this dress is that it feels very much like something I would wear normally, but just fancier and obviously longer. So I feel very comfortable and at home while wearing it.
Oh my God. I feel like they shouldn't be allowed to sell you this kind of dress.
And of course, I love the sleeves. I've probably said that about 400 times. If you're playing a drinking game to this video and sleeves is on your list, you did.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
But besides all that, I'm glad that we got this ball rolling because it is a big piece of the wedding puzzle that we now have locked in. And I guess also as an unexpected twist, I got to make this choosing my wedding dress or say sure to the frock video while also keeping the final form of the dress a little secret from you guys, from Tyler, and also partially from me, at least for the next few months. Thank you guys so much for watching, and once again, a huge thank you to Christy at Loho Bride and Stephanie at Odalyn the Ceremony for helping me find / making my dress, and also to Caitlin, Sophie, and Zippy for coming all the way down here to be my posse. If you liked that video, make sure to shamash that like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to shamash that subscribe button. Also, if you want to join our channel as a sponsor for $1.99 a month, we do members-only live streams every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So maybe I'll see you there. Here are my social media handles, and a big shout out to Lauren for watching. Thanks for watching, Lauren, and I will see you guys next time.